This is the Tanix TX6 Allwinner H6, 4GB of RAM and 32GB of storage with 5G Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 4.1 and 4K capabilities, USB 3.0, Android 9, which is the Android Pie. Now this is what you're going to get inside the box. Everything you see here is what you're going to need to get up and running. You're going to get your user manual. This is pretty self-explanatory, not much inside here. Just some information here on how to set it up. Just basically plug the HDMI into a TV and plug in your power and you're pretty much good to go. Here is your power adapter, 3-pin plug for this one, UK plug. And we also have a small HDMI lead. And you've got your standard non-gold plated ends on here for these HDMI cables. Also you've got your remote control. Now the remote control will control the actual TV box. I prefer to use one of these, what you see up in the top left hand corner. You have to buy these yourself, but they're pretty cheap, 10 or £15, around about that sort of price point. But this will work just fine with your TV box if you don't wish to buy another remote control. That's just my personal preference. And also you get the TX6 Allwinner H6 TV box. Now it's pretty small and chunky, as you can see here. It's got your Wi-Fi antenna on the side. You've got your LCD screen here with green font and also a blue neon light on the front here. You've got some ventilation around the side here, and also you have that micro SD card slot on there, so you can plug in a micro SD card slot for storage. And also around the other side we have the business end. This is where you're going to get your, you've got your 3.5mm audio jack port there, two USB 2.0 ports on this one, and also you've got your Ethernet port, and then you've got your HDMI port here, and you've got your power port here as well. On this side you've got your antenna, which supports 2.4G and 5G. Also you've got your USB 3.0 port on there as well. That's pretty nice to have that sort of setup here. You've got a bit of ventilation here as well. So that USB 3.0 port is going to be very useful for high data transfer and stuff like that. On the bottom you've got some anti-slip rubber feet, and that's pretty much it for the device itself. So let's power this up and see what it looks like and put it through its paces. Now I'm hoping this is going to be pretty good because it does have the H6 quad-core A53 processor with the multi-core Mali T720 GPU in it, so that's why I wanted to test this box here. So let's get it booted up and we can see what else it has to offer. So we should have also fast Wi-Fi on here as well. Now you've got the Ux GUI here. It looks quite nice. You've got a little slide out here which will show you some apps inside here. You've got your clock and some buttons on here as well, and you can also get to the settings from here. You can add in more programs onto your display at the front here by just clicking on these, and this will put the green ticks onto these if you want to add them to the front of your sort of desktop display really. So you just click on them like so and it will add them in. So let's take a look at the settings, which is pretty much the same as all the Androids here. So I'm going to click on this one, and you can see we're getting very good Wi-Fi connection there, full bar there on the Wi-Fi. Going into here we can take a look at all your settings, into the about area, and this gives you all the information you need about what is on here, which Android you're using. Now this is Android version 9, which is the Pie version, which is nice to see they're rolling out the Android 9 now, which is nice. I'm just going to give this developer mode here by clicking on the build, and you can see this is what we got here. So it's pretty nice to have Android 9. I'm going to move back and do some video play here so we can see what it looks like and whether it can play 4K video. So I'm just going to go back by clicking on, right click on the mouse button. We're going back here. Let's first try YouTube and see whether we can stream 4K or 1080p. So you can see here when we look here we can stream 4K content from YouTube, which is a nice touch. Also we can play 4K content as well if you want to play 4K content, you can do from YouTube. This is streaming straight off of YouTube. Also, I'm going to play some video samples here just for you. These are 4K files, and it's playing these nice and smooth, no jerkiness there at all, which is a nice thing to have, because obviously some TV boxes struggle with this, and you can see nice and smooth playback on these video 4K samples here at 60 frames per second. You can see also the benchmark here. I'll do the benchmark scores: single core 586, multi-core 1108. It can also play very basic gaming. If you want to play some games, you can play some games on here. This is Downhill Racer or something like that, I think it's called. Looks okay, not too bad. And basically you can just play what games you like. Obviously it's going to have its limitations, like all Android TV boxes. You may get the odd stutter and a bit of jerkiness there, but I found the gaming experience quite pleasurable. Asphalt was a little bit jerky, but other than that, not too bad. I'll just play you some more games here so you can get a general idea. Now these are pretty low-end games here, what we're playing. So we'll just play some of these just to show you how smooth it is, so you get an idea. Now I did try a couple of racing games, but some of them were a little bit jerky in places, a bit laggy. But as you can see here, these are the specs of the device itself. You've got CPU cores 4. Also, as mentioned, we've already mentioned about the CPU and GPU. And also you've got your GPU cores, it says 2 there, and it's the Mali T720. Also, it's a rooted device, which means it's nice to have a rooted device. And you can see Android version 9 Pi up the top, which means it's a new version of Android, which is always nice to have as well. So that is the Tanix TX6 Allwinner, which is a pretty decent TV box. It's on offer at the moment, 33% off on Banggood, so it's $45.99. I'll leave the link in a video description if you're interested in it. If you're after a new TV box with Android 9.0 Pi, then this might be the one for you. Pretty decent for the money if you ask me. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up. My name has been Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Thanks again for watching, guys, and have a great weekend. Bye for now.